gonna watch this video. I have no idea what this one's gonna be
America's
about, but this is our boys over at Fox News. Uh, let's see. This is Perino issues a grave warning. Nobody wants this. I don't. I think they might be talking about the Iran war, but we'll see. Um, yeah, let's see what our friends at Fox News have to say. I'm sure it will be incredibly insightful and not at all infuriating.
America's major airports seeing huge lines as more than 300 TSA
Oh.
officers reportedly.
Okay, never mind. I think I might have pre-watched like just to figure out what this was about at the beginning of like maybe like a few hours ago or something, but I had completely forgotten. So this is about the TSA actually. Uh, is what it sounds like. So this is American domestic politics. So I guess we're done with Iran content. So sorry, all my Iran content heads out there. We're going to start looking at American domestic policy. Um, so this is about the TSA and how they all have to, every 3 to 6 months have to work without pay for a few weeks while our government, you know, tries to struggle out of the glitch that it had where it is no longer capable of paying them as we try to get a budget across the finish line. So, yeah, let's see what they have to say about that.
America's major airports seeing huge lines as more than 300 TSA officers reportedly just quit. They are now in the fourth week without getting a paycheck since the shutdown, while a deal to end the shutdown seems nowhere to be seen.
Here they are telling you they want to see reforms. But I am here to tell you that they have not come to the table.
It's a lot of bull. And
Ugh, Chuck Schumer, go die already. Jesus Christ, seriously, go die already. You suck. I hate you.
With the White House. The White House will not budge on things that Americans want, like warrants, like demasking.
Not every American wants that, especially those who work that. Co-host of America's Newsroom and the
Morning.
Five, Dana Perino joins
Chuck
us.
Schumer. Ugh, okay. Well, I think the funding fight is around DHS, is my understanding, and it is particularly around the issue of ICE. Now, everybody in America fucking hates ICE at this point. Like it is not a close issue. Like they all want ICE to go like burn in hell. Like like everybody hates it. The vast majority of Democrats want it abolished. A significant amount of Republicans want it reformed. Like so there's this isn't a close issue. If we lived in a true democracy, it would already be gone. But even in this case, you heard earlier, like Schumer talking about, oh, we need to, they can't be wearing masks anymore. Like they want to make some nice little reforms because at the end of the day, the Democratic Party is just as aligned with the fascist nature. The they understand the necessity of fascist thugs like ICE in order to actually maintain the wealth of the billionaires and stuff. And so in the end, they will always side with that. But at the very least, they're starting to get like real public backlash from their base if they do support any ability for ICE to have funding. So that's a good sign at least.
Now, we got an impasse, and we saw it right there. They want judicial warrants. They want the
Sure
mass
do.
off ICE. But Dana, take the win. They've already gotten body cameras, no roving patrols, and no more Kristi Noem.
Yeah, and they have Tom Homan in charge. And actually, here's the other thing for the Democrats. ICE is completely out of the headlines right now. Yeah. So the original...
Wow, what a surprise. Like when you stop, like, as far as I know, they have stopped doing their most atrocious, like, like going around and like grabbing 3-year-olds by the hair and like ripping them out of cars and throwing them on the ground or whatever. It's like, oh, yeah, when you stop doing the heinous shit, people aren't as mad at you. Like, yeah, no shit. Like, and they're still out there, by the way. They're just, they're being a little bit more covert now. They're acting, I guess, more like an ICE, like the ICE would have if like Biden was in charge, or if a Democrat was in charge now. Like, so yeah, I don't know.
Reason that the Democrats shut down the government is not on people's minds right now. And what is unfortunate is that once again, they are forcing TSA agents to have to make this excruciating choice. It's not that they don't want to go to work. They want to go to work, but they have to get.
I'm going to be honest though, this framing that they're going to do, the Republicans are going to do, it's the same framing they did with the last one, with the healthcare issue that the Democrats caved on. That nobody's going to buy it. Nobody, the American people don't keep up with even like the propaganda wing of like these dudes, like these Republicans, as much as like they think that they do. And so Americans are going to just assume that it's the Republicans' fault. And they're going to like continue to, no matter how hard they try to pump the propaganda out, it's not going to change the fact that the average American just knows that the Republicans are in charge and the shit is happening under the Republican administration. So that's why I don't really care if they go out and yell about the Democrats till their like voices give out. Like it's not going to change anything.
Paid for the work that they
gotta go do Uber Eats.
So imagine this: the Democrats are.
And it'll be even better if the Democrats actually, like counter message, which they're not being very good at, but they never are.
But
So
they have to get paid for the work that they
gotta go do Uber Eats.
So imagine this: the Democrats are expecting the TSA agents' pain to get them out of this, because the only thing that seems to unite the Congress and being able to get anything done is the pain for the agents and the traveling public saying, we can't take this anymore. Get your act together. So I don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, not only am I concerned for everyone for spring break who's going to the airport, they don't want to wait in a 4-hour line. They don't want to go to the airport 5 hours in advance, which is what they were being told at Hobby Airport. JFK is experiencing the worst right now, but it's really even more than that. It's about safety.
Right.
If we don't have enough TSA officers, something can slip on the plane.
Well, look at the, as CNN called them, the two lovely teens from Pennsylvania that apparently didn't know each other, but were buying fireworks and explosives.
Disgusting.
And come across. And so the farther we get away from 9/11, the closer we are to September 10th. Nobody wants that. But we are expecting these people to do so much more. The cybersecurity issue.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, I've said it before. Iraq, created, or I mean, 9/11, I guess, preempted Iraq. So it was really just our destabilization efforts in the region caused 9/11. And then our efforts in Iraq created ISIS. What we're doing right now in Iran is going to create super mega mecha ISIS. I don't think that our cash-strapped TSA agents, who like I said, they have to go Uber Eats or whatever every 3 months because our government is incapable of functioning. I don't think that they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna stop them. I'm sorry.
As another thing that people might not realize, that the Department of Homeland Security, they are responsible. It's called CISA. I can't remember even what it stands for, but it's cybersecurity.
CISA, I hardly know her.
That's basically really
Hardly
slowed
know.
down or shut down. Iran is excellent at cyber issues. And in fact, they use proxies all over the world saying, see what you can do to the Americans or the Western civilization to try to knock them down a peg when it comes to cybersecurity. And anybody watching The Pit this season, like that could happen at your hospital, it could happen here at work. Imagine your life and everything that could change because of this.
I don't know what they're talking about with that.
agents, for example, let's go back to them for a second. It's not like they're getting paid $300,000 a year, okay? If they miss paychecks, things happen. So that's why you find people saying, I guess I got to get a job driving Uber at night.
And also they can't strike. They're not allowed to strike. They're not allowed to be like unionized because they're like federal workers or whatever, which is stupid. If you are a TSA member, like don't care. Like, I'm sorry, you should just go out there and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go on strike or whatever, and we're not going to work again until like we get a functional government who's able to pay us. Like, and yeah, just like I know that's easy for me to say because I don't have a job in this industry. But either that or just like, yeah, leave. Like, it's not worth it to be in an industry that treats you this way. I'm sorry. Unless you can unionize and like actually get the worker protections that you need in order to keep this shit from happening and the guarantees that you'll get back pay and all that sort of stuff. Like, I just don't see it as being worth it.
It's not right. It's not fair. And I think that it's really unreasonable for the Democrats to say, well, we want the president to abolish ICE before we'll come to the table. That's obviously not going to happen, but I'm not sure what is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Are you surprised that they haven't caved at all on this, considering, like, TSA union, they support Democrats. Like, most of these unions are Democrat.
I didn't think they could unionize. I thought that they were federal workers. Wait. Or no, they can't go on strike. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just whatever. Just strike anyway. Like, go
I
for
think what
it.
surprises me the most is the lack of sophistication from a strategic and communication standpoint from the Democrats. If that very first week, when
Wait, why would that surprise you? That's their whole brand. That's all they're known for is the lack of sophistication and branding and like communication strategy. Like that's literally their entire thing. Like, yeah, they suck at it, but unfortunately for you people, the American people are like idiots. And so they're just going to see Republicans in charge, TSA not work. That's what they're going to see. Like that's about as complex as their thoughts go. They're not like me or my big brain audience out there who who are able to analyze this like with a more nuanced perspective. Like uh, to the average American, that's all they see.
Tom Homan got put into Minneapolis, I would have said, see what we can do if we all work together. And
Right.
they got the changes that they want. President Trump is never going to sign a bill that abolishes ICE. Just like President Obama was never going to sign a bill to repeal and replace Obamacare. That was all fool's errand stuff, and it's just unfortunate for the people.
Well, I think one of the things, judicial warrants and the masks, it's also he will never sign off on that. Meanwhile, the president's going to get back to the economy today in Kentucky as well as Ohio. You got 2 Senate seats available. That's why he picked those spots. We do know that the CPI just came out. It was a moderate 0.3. Prices went up 0.3%. That's about what everyone predicted. So year over year, it's slightly up. Your thoughts about what the president should say, knowing that energy is up for this moment?
I think on the inflation number, I'm like, look, there's plenty of experts in this building that could talk about this better than I can.
Inflation's inflation.
The guest you just had, Doug Burgum, he is like MVP of the cabinet. He and Chris Wright are very good at articulating this and understanding the history
Clearly
of
not.
where we were in the oil crisis before. Now we have much more production of our own. But the thing is, when gas prices rise, especially worldwide, where everybody is trading, everybody's making money, those prices are likely to go up too. I know that they're working on it, and I understand, support the mission.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't really care that much about that. The American people, they're little dummies. They're just gonna say, Trump's in charge. It's Trump's fault. That's what they're gonna say. Like, um, and I mean, they're right, obviously. Like, in both cases. Like, I think that like, yeah, the DHS. I mean, the DHS fight. Like, the Democrats, they should have gone a lot harder. They should have asked for a lot more and gotten more concessions. But uh, at the very least, yeah, just don't cave this time. But they're probably gonna cave. Like, let's be honest, they always cave. That's also what they're known for, in addition to bad communication and bad strategy. So, um, we'll see. We'll see what happens with TSA.